Right below Aaron Smith is one Mr. Jonathan Sturdivant. And just to Jonathan Sturdivant's right is the Bartlett High School head coach, Mr. Richard Reel. Coach, how are you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well, doing well, doing well. John, since you are a lot more familiar with Coach Reel, I'll let you give a little more information on him.
Well, he's under his sixth year at Bartlett High School. He's got an interesting good background. So we can pick his brains from anywhere from college basketball to high school basketball a little bit. But interesting fact from Coach Real, he coached at Earl High School back in Arkansas, back in the day for these Arkansas listeners. He coached at Covington High School in Covington, Tennessee. He coached at Cairo, Illinois back in the day as well. And like we talked about, his sixth year at Bartlett High School, leading the Panthers in this crazy season. So, Coach Dion Real, thank you for your time today. And as you know, I'm a Bartlett fan. I'm a Bartlett alum. So that's one reason I want to get you on so we can talk about how crazy this year has been in the city of Memphis in general.
Yes, sir. The craziness, it's super, super crazy. How about this? So we've had three changes to our Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday schedule coming up within the last 48 hours. As far as scheduling has been a nightmare. Um, of course, with everything else that's going on, I'm very, very thankful and glad that we're having an opportunity to play. So that let me say that first before I start complaining about how crazy it is. We've been very, very fortunate with our guys. They've been coming in, working hard, getting after each other, and also being able to being able to compete in some games. So we've been very, very fortunate and blessed to have opportunity to play. So we're very thankful for it during these crazy times.
You know, the first year we finished 10 and 15 under you. It's 16, 17, 13 and 15, 17, 18, 18 and 8, 18 and 19 when we had, 13 seniors, it felt like, 32 and 3 on a year. Last year, 19 and 12. And the last 3 years, we played Whitehaven in Substate. Going in this year, like you said, it's been a scheduling effect. We're 7 and 5. But talk about the last couple of years at Bartlett as well, and your other spots that you have been as like Earl High School, like we talked about, Covington, Cairo, and UT Martin as an assistant basketball coach at UT Martin as well. Or just talk
Uh,
about your background a little bit.
yes, sir. Earl, Arkansas. Again, that was my first job out of college. I truly, truly enjoyed it. Again, I was young and full of energy, and we lived in the gym. My last year there, Earl, we made it to the Final Four in the state tournament there in Arkansas. Um, and since I've been gone, Earl's been rocking and rolling. I want to say 6 or 7 state championships since I've been gone. So it's just a
I was gonna
basketball
say
hotbed.
they're a solid team over here in Arkansas.
Yes, every single year they're right there. So I was very, very fortunate to be there for the time I was there, and I loved every second that I was there. Had opportunity to go to Illinois. I say opportunity. I just kind of felt like I should have moved to Cairo, Illinois. There we finished 15 and 15. Started out 0 and 9, 0 and 6. We started 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores, and finally got it going toward the end of the year. But again, same situation. It was a great atmosphere, great time to be there. Um, so I truly enjoyed Cairo. And then from Cairo, I went to Dyersburg. I was at Dyersburg for
That's
a
right.
year. Um, Enjoyed that. We made it to the regional semis there at Dyersburg. Had some great talent and great place to work at. So I truly enjoy that. And then from there, Covington, there for 5 years. Did boys and girls for 3 years there at Covington. And my last year there at Covington, we boys finished 26 or 27 and 3 or 4, and then the girls were 31 and 3 and lost in the state tournament, first round state tournament there. And then from there, um, UT Martin, which was a great experience. Been on that Division I level. The other night I was watching Celtics and the Nets. I think that's who it was, and telling my wife going against Spencer Dinwiddie when he was at Colorado. And that year I said, man, he is going to be unbelievable. But playing against guys like that, Spencer Dinwiddie, and we played against a bunch of other high majors, end up being pros. Cameron Payne was at Murray State that year. So just trying to prepare to play against guys like that really, really took my coaching level to a different level, I thought. And then just being around great guys working in the office every day there at UT Martin with Jason James, Lance Ignance, and Dre, who's at Riverdale right now. So working with those guys really, really made me a whole lot better. And then, of course, being here at Bartlett has been nothing but exceptional for myself. Watching the program grow, our facilities, I'm like crazy about them right now with our the new gym, new football facility. And then again, same thing, just working with great people every day.
Coach Real, me being I'm originally from the Memphis area, currently living in Crossett, Arkansas,
Okay.
a very small town, southeast Arkansas. But I was at Bartlett prior to all of the absolutely incredible changes that have been made on that campus. Give me a little insight into what kind of not challenge, but what kind of opportunity it is to be a head coach at a team like Bartlett High School. It's got a very storied history in basketball for sure, and then to be able to have those type of just incredible facilities at your beck and call whenever you want it.
Uh, like I said, it's really, really blessed and fortunate. Like you talked about, coming into a program like this, it's been established back in the, I guess, late 90s, early 2000s. Coming in here, you just feel the basketball atmosphere. You have the alumni who, I mean, they are diehard basketball fans with you when it's good and bad. Um, and then I kind of hint on a little bit, working here at Bartlett with the people that I work with, our superintendent, tell people all the time he is the best person in the world to work for, along with our principal, Tim Jones, and our athletic director, who is a legend himself, Phil Clark. And those are the ones at the top, and there's so many people behind the scenes that a lot of people don't get a chance to meet, but they are so wonderful and easy to work with, which makes my job that much easier. On top of, like you talked about, the facilities. And one thing that I said in the very beginning of our season this year is we have a bunch of athletes here also that gets unmentioned, unrecognized. And I am, since day one, I've been impressed with how hard our guys work, determined they are, good people. I am so blessed to work with those guys on a daily basis also.
Coach Real, you said it when I first met you back in 2015. It was about family. Um, that's the thing that Bartlett has always been. We have been a family, regarding basketball from the late 90s to early 2000s under Harrington, Hubie, to now you. And the good thing about us in the past as well, we've always put some, like you said, great kids in colleges, that are playing college basketball as well right now. Can you talk about a few of your former players that you have coached that are playing college basketball right now?
From here at Bartlett, last year's group, you have Jalen Lucas, who's at Walter State, um, Rodney Masons, who's at Otero Junior College out in Colorado, Otero, Colorado. The year before that, we had 6 guys signed. To Corey Rooks, who's at Pacific out west, out in California. Of course, and Tavian Collin, who's at Ole Miss, big name. Win Brown, who's at Webster College in St. Louis.
Freshman of the year.
Yeah, he was a freshman of the year, newcomer of the year in that league, and was also the MVP of the tournament last year. Jefferson Walker, who's at Rhodes College, who missed last year.
That's where he went. I actually coached him in youth football at Barton, so I was curious as to where Jeff had gone. Love
Yeah,
Jeff,
yeah,
love his mom. Super great kid.
yes, he is. And he's at Rhodes. Like I said, he broke his foot last year, so he was out last year. Sylvester Thompson, who's at Walter State, also. Jalen Sincour, who signed with Georgia Southern, who's recently transferred to Mineral Area. They're in Missouri. The year before that, we didn't have any seniors. And I guess that would be the 16-17 class. You had Kevin Kobus, who went on to play somewhere in South Carolina, I can't even remember. And then Marlon Sharp, who just finished his JUCO career at Wallaceville, I think, in Alabama, who signed somewhere else. And my first year we had Zay Young, who's actually still playing at Blue Mountain. So we've had a variety of levels and a lot of different players who's playing somewhere. You say you're from Crosset?
Yes, sir.
Jeremy Evans.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a chance to coach Jeremy in an All-Star game.
Yeah, we actually had the CrossFit head coach on earlier today, and he was talking about how he played with Jeremy his Dominic's freshman year. Yeah, Jeremy was an amazing talent.
Awesome.
The reason I'm here is my wife is a teacher, and she came back home to teach, so that's why I'm here with her. So I absolutely love it here. It's not like Memphis, not fast paced at all. Very small town, very small, very slow paced. But man, that 8 mile drive to work sure is sweet.
Nothing like small towns. I grew up in a little small town in Arkansas, Tyronza.
Coach Earl, can you talk a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
about this year's team? Right now we're 7-5, and talk about this year's team in general a little bit.
Now I thought this was going to be a nice conversation here. Now it's about to get ugly.
Hey, the reason, a lot of fans, I bring this up because, we did pick up Amar Knox. Amar Knox is just a good story in general. He got that Penny Hardaway offer during the Iverson Classic. So we got to show a little bit of love of this year's basketball team,
Oh, no, I'm just joking with you. These guys, I'm when they're playing for me, they're probably like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot stand this dude," because it's tough. It is tough every day. No, but this group is it is very, very special. Crazy thing is, my wife keeps comparing them to the 2019 group, and I'm saying, man, and she has me kind of believing that this group can be just as good, if not better, than that 19 group. Like you talked about Amar Knox, and he's a special talent. We're fortunate to have him here. You have Will Ferris to go along with him, who's a senior. Calvin Jennings. One kid that's totally under the radar here, I think, in Memphis, but I would even go further in the country, is Tadarius Jacobs. Kid 6'2", 6'3", can really, really shoot it, handles it well. And best part about it, he is so coachable. He is a coach's dream. He comes and works hard every day. So I'm glad to have him here also. And I say him, I'm standing him out, but it's a lot of them. I love them all. Cameron Jones, last 2 games he had a shoulder injury. He's just not coming back. He had 16 the first game back, and then 23 Tuesday night. So you look at this group. This is a very, very talented group. Luke Bridges, who's committed and signed to Lyon College. They're in Batesville, Arkansas, 6'7", 6'8". Talented freshman who has a Division I offer already from Detroit Mercer, Rashad Williams, who's about 6'7". So, and I'll be crazy not to mention Devin Crockett, who's a sophomore, who I think will have a chance to be pretty special. And I know I'm missing several of these guys. Oh, another Division I player, I think, which is Tadarius' brother, J.R. Jacobs. He is really, really special. during the Iverson Classic. Had a lot of conversations with some scouts and then some colleges that are recruiting him possibly. Just talked about, how special he could be. Again, he's just a junior. But this class is, this group is really, really special on the court. Again, we have a lot of cleaning up to do. You look at our schedule, 7-5. Crazy thing is we played 12 games. We have not played one game with a full roster yet. So it's, and that's not an excuse. We've played some
2020 for you.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But we've played some pretty talented teams also.
Coach, looking forward to the rest of this season and then going into next year. Of course, with COVID-19, we don't know how long it's gonna, run its course or whatever. But what are some changes that you specifically are making? You and your staff, I'm sorry. Are y'all making any changes, to try to prepare and get ahead for next season now, or are you more focusing on this season now and you'll kind of cross that bridge when you get there?
Yes, sir. All the marbles on the table for this year right now. I guess that could be a bad thing considering everything that's going on. Um, I, of course, we have some things that we've talked about for next year that we would like to change. But like I said, every day is just trying to get better, trying to get this team to that next level. And we have 6 seniors, and priority is trying to get those guys signed somewhere. COVID has really, really made it difficult because, as you guys know, at all levels, college basketball, all those guys get a chance to return back next year for the most part. So trying to find spots for our seniors, that's been our main priority.
Aaron, do you have anything for him?
Oh man. Um I was just soaking it all in. This so 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 you're so it sounds like you have a lot of good players out there that you coached, and that's impressive to hear. I'm trying to think of some questions for you, but I'm not really familiar with the whole area
Well,
that we
you've seen.
was it.
Ask him about some of the teams. Ask him if he's heard about some of the teams up in your area, NWA.
Oh yeah, have you heard of have you heard any of the teams up here in Philadelphia? Like, has any of your players gone to any schools up here? Any colleges?
No, no, sir. No, sir.
No, sir. Okay, okay.
Or Northwest Arkansas. I'm sure he's
Oh
heard
yeah,
of
what about
Bentonville.
Northwest Arkansas? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes, yes, yes.
Like, yeah.
The Bentonville,
There's some good
Fayetteville,
players coming out of there.
yes, sir. There's a lot of good players. Myself and Ronnie Brewer, we kind of coach together with that Woods Elite group.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yes, we are knocking down doors down in that Northwest Arkansas area, trying to get some players.
Bentonville West, Bentonville, Fayetteville High, right?
Yep, yep. What's the good 8th grader Isaiah Sealy?
Mm-hmm.
Caden Miller, I think he's at Bentonville or Springdale.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of young talent up there.
Yes.
They're at Fayetteville. Corey Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who else is at
That's
Fayetteville?
Corliss' son, I believe, isn't it?
Corley's son is at Little Rock Christian.
Gotcha.
That
See,
guy's a beast,
Creek.
man. Holy cow, that kid's a beast.
oh shoot, that's the thing. And again, I'm from Arkansas, so I can talk about Arkansas basketball all day long. It goes unnoticed. That's one state that
Yes.
a lot of people sleep on that is loaded with talent.
Magnolia. How about them?
Forward. Jeez.
Powerhouse.
Yes, Magnolia.
Turning into a powerhouse.
Moulton with Pinion, the kid that just committed to Arkansas, Joseph Pinion. It's a state that is so loaded. And again, I can talk about that state so much. We go out with that Woods Elite group and we compete against the Californias, the New Yorks, the Texas, and
Oh yeah.
our guys are unnoticed and not even ranked, and we go out there and we're competing against them, and a lot of times we win those games, and the people are like, oh my gosh, these boys from Arkansas, they're tough. So yes, very familiar with that area.
That's
Let me
awesome.
ask you this, Coach. As far as a coach in NFL or not NFL, sorry, NBA or college ranks, give me some coaches that I don't want to use the word idol, but some coaches that you may have studied or followed.
Um, gee whiz.
We asked
Go for it.
some really hard questions here at Four
That's
Star
a
Sports Show.
very tough question. That's a very tough question. Tell you one thing. I, as far as just like jumping into them and just saying this is the one that I'm going with, I don't do that very
I
much.
think I stumped him, John.
Oh yeah, you got me definitely. Uh, but of course, you know, you look at the older guys, John Calipari's.
Sorry.
He's one that
Come on, Dion. Really?
Rick Barnes. Uh, those are some of the old guys that you know you just kind of that's been here forever that you just kind of watch and you read up on. I'm super impressed with Penny Hardaway. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like what he's doing." I don't think people realize how difficult it is to bring in a bunch of 18, 19-year-old superstars and say, "Hey, go win." It's tough. It's very tough, and it takes time to kind of develop those guys into players. Eric Musselman at Arkansas, I've been very impressed with him. Those would be the high major guys. But there's so many really good college
While we're
basketball.
on Musselman, sorry to interrupt. I
No
just
problem.
something about they received some like bad letters today in the mail by some fans.
Oh Lord.
we don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't think it was death threats or anything, but
I mean,
I'm sure that's pretty.
here's my thing with Musselman. I just think the guy is just he's a
He's a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, when conference play starts, we'll see how that goes. But yeah,
Do you think they were Hog fans, or do you think?
no, that's what they said. I don't think they were Hog fans.
I think they
That
were
wouldn't
maybe
make much
like
sense
former,
considering
like,
they're 8-0 right now.
yeah.
But it could have been like a mad Nevada fan or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Real, also, a lot of fans don't really know what's going on in the Memphis area as well with the Shelby County schools not playing their games and whatnot. I know, we had Cordova and Kingsbury in our district this year, but they can't play probably till like February 22nd if they play at all. Have they decided like how they're gonna like see the district tournament or anything like? I know it's still far ways out, but like would the first game of Arlington count, or how would they actually do this year?
Yes, sir. Those two games would count. If Shelby County does not come back into play, the winners, the winner of the Arlington Bartlett game will get the first seed, which will host district tournament. If we split, I don't know how we're going to decide that split. But I'm expecting Bartlett to be the number one seed. That's my expectation.
Right. No, it's just interesting this year because in baseball they just count the one game, for the district tournament and whatnot. But I'm just like, it's just crazy, like we talked about with the TSWA on how they're actually doing things this year in general. How the number one seed does host the region and the district tournament as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, just due to the COVID concerns, I think that's going to be best to kind of keep the crowd participation down.
We gotta have so basically right now, what is the seating capacity for this new gym? So we can talk about the new gym a little bit.
2,500.
wow.
Wow.
So when that thing is jam packed, that place is going to be rocking, Coach.
Man,
Loud.
that's what we're expecting. Yes, it is. Really nice. And it's 2,500 that's like right on top of you. That's what I can kind of envision. It's not going to be like a spread out 25. It's going to be a 25.
Well, have you seen CrossFit's new gym?
I have not.
I mean, it's second to none in the state. I mean, I'm sure some of the the Northwest Arkansas schools have some good gyms though.
It's a full bowl. Like it goes all the way around.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I actually live directly across the street from the high school, which is kind of funny. But now it's really nice now. It wasn't nice when they were doing construction across the street from my house for 6 months. That sucked. But now that I see it complete, it is very nice, very impressive. Let me ask you this: we talked to the CrossFit head coach Dominic Lincoln earlier. He also coached at Bryant, Arkansas, as well before coming to CrossFit. He's been out here for 4 years. The school actually let he and the girls basketball coach give a little insight into the gym, into the floor, things like that. Did you were you given that honor at Bartlett, or did they not include you in that one, coach?
Yes, sir. I had a little bit of say so. Had a little bit of say so.
So what all did you get to input on? Like I mean, like the court design and things of that nature.
And again, it was a group effort. Kind of helped with the court design a little bit, the locker room setups, just some of the things that, like the bleachers, what color we're going to put the bleachers in. So, yes, I mean, I'd say a little bit. I was a part of the meetings. I'll say that. So.
Well, Coach Trill, I know you got practice here shortly, so hope the guys, have a good practice. Get ready for next week. Happy New Year if we don't talk sooner. But thank you for your time on this Sunday afternoon. Once a Panther, always a Panther, and I appreciate your time. And thank you for everything that you do for the city of Bartlett.
Well, thank you guys very much. And again, I'm glad to be here at Bartlett.
Coach, thank you very much for being on the show. We hope that we can possibly have you on throughout the season in order to keep up with the team there at Bartlett.
Yes, sir. Definitely. That would be awesome. I wish, if you guys get an opportunity to have us back on, maybe I can have some of the guys come on and kind of give
That'd
them.
be
Coach,
awesome.
we would absolutely love that. That would be a great job. What we're doing here, we're trying to like I'm going to reach out to CrossFit High School as well. We're trying to get some teams to get some light shed on these young men who are not only excelling on the gridiron or on the basketball court, but also in the classroom as well. Being a student athlete is very difficult. I've done it. It's not hard to do, I don't know that I could have done it having to get something jammed up my nose 3 times a week and getting tested and all that. That's very difficult. But Coach Real, thank you very much for being on the show with us today, the 4-star show, sports show, and good luck to you and the Panthers the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys very much.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Guys, thank you very much for watching. It has been an eventful day. We've got a couple of more people coming up here shortly. We're going to take a small break here at the 4-star Sports Show. But once again, Facebook listeners, watchers, YouTube listeners, watchers, and also everyone on the iHeart Radio app listening to us, we thank you very much for all your support, and we will be back shortly. Thanks, guys.